All right, it is Monday, July. Well, July something. It's getting close to August. I know that. But anyways, it's Monday, and this is my first workout of the week, which I know for any regular viewers, that's out of the norm. Normally, my first workout is on Sunday, so it's kind of, it's like, what happened? Where's the Sunday workout? And to be completely honest with you, um, I did something yesterday that 99.9% of the time I preach against, but I took an extra rest day. Now, in my defense, I've been training 6 days a week for it's been either 5 or 6 weeks straight. When I've supposed to have been alternating, 1 week 6 weeks, the next week five, then back to six, and so on and so forth. So again, in my defense, I've been working out 6 days a week for some time now, and I think it just caught up with me. Yesterday, I woke up and I literally, not to be too, not to over exaggerate, but I felt like I got run over by a fucking truck. Like, no joke, man. I woke up. Well, first of all, every Sunday I set an alarm for around 8 o'clock so I can wake up, get a little food in me most of the time. Sometimes I miss that, but get a little food in and just give me like an hour or two to wake up, and then I try to be at the gym by 10 o'clock, no later. Well, maybe a little later sometimes, but um. So first of all, yesterday I slept through that. I didn't wake up until right at 10. And when I did wake up, I felt, let's say physically, mentally, I mean, so so. But physically, I felt like shit. I felt like I got ran over by a truck, man. I don't know if it's just the accumulation of all these, only getting 1 day of rest and then working in this freaking heat, which it seems like it's going to be another week of, for most of the week, it's going to be pretty hot. I don't know what the case was, but I know, again, you guys know me. Most of the time, I have a hard, it's like the opposite. I have a hard time and a problem resting when it's supposed to be a rest day. So yesterday was the one that was rare, and I can probably count on one hand how many times I've actually gone through with this, where I've rested when I felt like maybe I could use it and I need it, but I've rested on a day that's supposed to have been a day I go to the gym. So again, it's been on one hand maybe 4 or 5 times in 14 years of training. So I got a pretty good track record. But yeah, sometimes, man. I mean, again, 99.9% of the time, or somewhere around there, anyways, pretty high percentage. I think if you can train, go train. Hey, but adjust accordingly. If you need to kind of dial back the weight or the volume, um, but still go train. Like a tired workout and a sore workout is better than no workout, in my opinion. Again, with a caveat, um, very rarely though, if you need to take that extra rest day, do it. But I think majority of the time, um, people kind of get carried away with that. And I can even admit I'm kind of on the other end of that spectrum. I get carried away with probably not resting enough. I could probably get away with just training 5 days a week consistently, but I just love them to the gym. So, but yeah, so that was the deal with yesterday. The good thing is it was the extra back day that I've been doing. I'll head back tomorrow, so it's not going to miss too much. And then next week I'm going to try to get right back to it. I'll be back in here Sunday to hit back. I just needed an extra day, man. It was really all weekend. I just felt, and again, it could have been the heat, which actually the more I think about it, I think that is a big factor of why I felt like that. But yeah, so here we are. First workout of the week's gonna be chest. I got 335 on the bar, and I will be honest, the warm-ups are not feeling great. My right elbow, like always, is tender, a little more so than which you think with an extra rest day, that helped, but Usually when you have something lingering like this, it takes more than just one extra rest day. It takes an extended period of time, usually over the course of months, at least, or at least weeks, to get it right if you're kind of doing everything you can to get it right. So yeah, I'm dealing with this little bit of elbow. It's just tenderness, man. That's the best way to describe it. It's tender. It makes it hard to really give it 100%. I'm gonna try. I'll give as I'll go as intense as I can. And usually, as I go through the sets, by the second and third one especially, it's loosened up and got some blood in there, and I can usually go 100% at that point. But the first set might be a little, which sucks because that's when I'm at my strongest. But um, but other than that, yeah, the weights just in general just don't feel the best. So I'm gonna try to get amped up. I'm gonna crank up the volume on this fucking song. Try to get locked in here. This is 335 on the bar. Um, Honestly, for this first set, I might kind of do an AMRAP style set. I'm gonna speed the pace up a little bit, um, more than what I normally would like to do for hypertrophy. So this first set, I might try to just AMRAP it, try to get ideally, even with my elbow feeling like this, ideally I should still be able to get at least 10. But if I would like to do at least one or two more. Like I said, I'm gonna try to go faster. But then again, with my elbow like this, I might not be able to. So we'll see what happens. But then after this first set, I'm gonna slow it down just a little bit and do a couple more 335. Have a little more focus and attention on um time under tension and hypertrophy. And then after that, go even lighter, even slower. I think you guys get the point here. So like I said, let me try to lock in here, make this first set the best I can. Damn. Well, that was a little underwhelming. Damn. Honestly, and I can't even really blame it on my elbow too much. I mean, it was tender. Don't get me wrong, but it really didn't affect the set that much. I really think it was just the simple fact that the weights feel a little heavier today, and they do. Now, and I don't want to get my hopes up for this, but a lot of the times the second set will go a little better than the first on days like this. So we'll see what happens. I did 9. I think 10 was there, but I just didn't want to chance it. So on this next set, I'd like to get 9 again. Again, we'll kind of see what happens. But as much as I'd like to sit here and blame it on my elbow, make myself look a little better, I mean, it affected it a little, but not to the extent that you know making it look the way it looked. That just did not even. I know it didn't look the best. Probably didn't feel the best. The weights just feel heavier today. It's just one of those days. So I'll rest probably at least 3 more minutes. Yeah, and try it again. I hate days like today. That shit just feels so much heavier than usual. You know, I always say though, any day in the gym is better than no day. So yeah, this shit feels heavier, and it's it's just not my best. But I'm in the gym, trying to make progress. So it is what it is. I guess I'll just do one more, and then I'll go down to honestly, I'll probably go all the way down to 225. Do a couple sets of negatives. Do some negatives, like a 2 second eccentric, max reps a couple times. And then we'll go from there. You know what's some bullshit? And I'm calling myself out on this. I went back and watched both those videos, and it's so strange. It's like I don't have the confidence that I normally have, and it's because something just feels off. You know what I mean? And again, I think it's just the the, the simplest way to explain it is just you work out long enough, you're gonna have days like this, and you will notice them. And I think it's just one of those days. But like I said, yeah, something just feels off. So like it's affecting my confidence to go closer to failure that I normally would go. You know what I mean? Or that I normally do go. I normally go pretty close to failure within a rep, or like the rep that I do is basically failure. But on these past two sets, in the moment, it feels like I don't think I can get one more. If I do, it's going to be risking, risking something. And I go back and watch a video, and it's like, dude, I had one more, if not maybe two, you know, and that's very frustrating because I feel like I could have done at least one more rep on both of the previous sets. Um, yeah, that sucks, you know. Um, so I'm gonna try to, again, I'll be smart. If it's not there, it's not there. But I'm gonna try to push past that on this set and basically just go to failure. You know what I mean? Because on these last two sets, I was holding back. I really was, and I'm sure a lot of you watching immediately thought that. So I'll try this again. One more set here, 335. Um, and I will try again. I'm gonna be smart. If it's not there, it's not there. But I'm gonna try to actually push it a little harder on this one, man. I mean, come on. Not here to fucking play around, right? That kind of feels like that's what I was doing in the first two sets, and I don't like that shit. And I guess I feel a little better about that one. Considering it was the third set and I did the same number of reps as the last one. Normally I have a fall off, but I think that's because again I could have done one more rep on the previous set, so I probably actually did have a one rep fall off. But what are you gonna do, man? I mean, I guess just naturally when you feel like this, I think it's just a way for your body to kind of put up some measures to make sure you're being safe because it knows you're not feeling the strongest, you're not feeling the best. And even the stability, and that may be because I was doing a lot of Smith machine. I mean, I need to do this for 2 or 3 weeks, but even the stability felt rough today. All in all, didn't get hurt. So 3 good sets. I'm gonna go down to 225. Like I said, do some eccentrics, some very, very, very slow reps, especially compared to what I just did. So yeah. Normally, I would do a drop set right now, but considering how this felt, we're gonna skip that today, at least for here. Maybe on the rest of the stuff, I'll throw in a drop set like always, but not on this. Um, I got what I needed out of it. It kind of whooped my ass today, actually. So, do some decline. All right, now I would normally, at this point, only go up to 275 at the heaviest here. And of course, though, I would be doing some negatives, probably some 2 second eccentrics. Um, but I'm kind of thinking, and this could be a huge mistake. We'll find out here in a minute. But since the flat bench, I won't say that it went horrible, but it definitely was not my best. Um, but again, I was really kind of due for one of these days because I've been relatively, for the most part, I've been feeling pretty good and just cruising and hitting some rep PRs, and the weights have been feeling pretty light. So, but in saying that, since the flat bench didn't go the greatest, wasn't my best, instead of going a little lighter on here, I'm gonna go a little heavier. But even saying I'm going heavier, 315 on, especially on decline, even after what I've done, is pretty manageable. So I'll still try to control it with a decent amount of control, get as much isolation as I can. I obviously probably won't do negatives, but again, I'm not gonna AMRAP it either. I'm gonna a nice steady pace here, and again, just go a little heavier to kind of contrast the fact that flat bench wasn't my best. So let's just do a set. If I have to, I'll go back down to 275. I don't care. Like I said, some days are just like this, but I think I can handle it. Wow, that was close. Man, today is really not my day. I thought I had 11. I won't say comfortably, but I felt good about it. Damn. Well, 10 and a half. I'll have to take that, I guess. It's better than 10 and a half with actually racking the weight back rather than it coming back down and crushing my neck. That's pretty good. I'll definitely take that. Shit. All right. I'll do two more. Chances are I will do a job set here. Yeah, I think so. This is kind of the opposite of what I was expecting, but I am so freaking sore. Again, I mean, it takes more than just one extra rest day. If you're deep into this like me and you've been feeling kind of banged up for a while, it takes more than just one extra rest day to get you right, you know, get you feeling better. But I would have thought that one extra rest day, um, I wouldn't feel like this today, you know. But I am sore, man. Like really. Whew. Yeah, not what I was expecting. A lot of things are happening today that I was not expecting. So the best thing for me right now, I think, is to which, I do this every workout, is chase the pump. I'm just gonna chase the pump at this point because I am not gonna be expecting any PRs, any rep PRs here. Nothing memorable. You know, so um, yeah, I got the 75s. Do a couple sets of incline flies here, maybe with a drop set, and then probably one more exercise after this. Probably. Don't hold me to it. Okay, make this shit make sense. Because it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. If you would have asked me how many reps I would have gotten there based off how my bench went, how decline went. And again, not that they went horrible, but they definitely were not peak. What have I said? I think I did like 11 or 12 there. Very slow controlled. Would I have guessed that? No. No, I would have said probably single digits, around 8 or 9. But this actually felt better. That is, that makes no sense to me. I've been doing this for 14, going on 15 years, and maybe my elbow is playing more of a factor than I think, because everything I did prior to this, a lot of elbow flexion, um, and maybe I'm subconsciously holding back a little, not even realizing it, because it's tender. Like I feel it most reps, but it's not overwhelming. I don't know. That's my best guess. If anybody has a better one, I'd love to hear it. All right, let's do one more, and I probably will do a drop set because I felt pretty good. Oh my god. Those always sound better before I do them. And then while I'm doing them, I'm questioning every fucking life choice I've ever made. And then when I'm done, I'm happy. So that was some good pain right there. It sucked, but in a great way. Whew. All right, man. I'll do one more, just a couple sets. I'm gonna wrap it up, I think. All right. Honestly, I don't have much to say. I am feeling the burn, and that's pretty much it. This was a tough workout, man. Not my prettiest, not my best, by no means. What have I said like 3 times already? Any workout, even a sore one, a tired one, just an overall bad one, most of the time is better than no workout. So now there are occasions where maybe no workout would have been better. But again, for the most part, in my opinion, that's not the case. So I kind of just want to get right into it. I am sore and I'm feeling the fucking burn, dude. I don't understand why I'm so sore today, but I am. So yeah, I kind of just want to get right into it. I get this damn shirt off, both of them. Oh god, this is the worst part, man. I don't know why I wear these shirts anymore because they're so hard to get off. Whew. All right, I'm not putting that freaking flannel back on. Damn thing's like a death trap. But posing, I mean, it was okay. I'm freaking. Not only am I sore, my back started hurting about halfway through. It was hard to even. And it's. I guess I really need to figure out what's going on because this is a. It doesn't happen regularly, but it happens enough. Like it happens. I mean, I guess I could say regularly. I don't know, but it happens enough that um I'm kind of used to it. But it makes it hard to engage my core. I really flex my abs as hard as I can because when my lower back starts hurting like that, it's just like I said, it's pretty painful. But all in all, not bad, not bad. I'm gonna do some abs. Try to do at least 400 total reps, just a bunch of different kinds. And I'm done. So if my back will let me, I just realized I'm actually kind of worried about that. I think I can do it. Anyways, yeah, I'm done. Not the best workout. Well, I guess the workout was good, but not to my standards, to my level. Um, just strength wise. But that's not important to me right now. That's not the most important thing. So, I mean, ideally, I'd like to keep that up as high as I can. Which actually, again, I actually have. It's just today's the first time in a long time that my strength is taking a hit, and it was pretty noticeable. So, yeah, I'm done. I'll be back tomorrow, man. I'm fucking done.